Sometimes silence is louder than a shout, until someone threatens a hero. In the heart of London, where tradition still walks in polished boots and honor breathes through the nostrils of history, there stands a post. Day after day, a royal guard takes his place, silent, disciplined, and immovable. Tourists come and go. Some revere the ceremony, others mock it, but the soldier does not flinch. He does not blink. He simply stands. For the soldier knows, he does not perform for the people. He holds his post for something far greater. That morning, the city bustled with its usual chatter. School children chattered in French. Tour guides held umbrellas in the air like spears of instruction, and cameras clicked like relentless waves on the shore. But from the crowd stepped someone else. A different presence. A young man, all swagger and spite, carved his way through the crowd. Muscle-shirted, chin high, sunglasses perched like a crown on a face sculpted by arrogance. He wasn't just another tourist. He was here for a show, and he was about to make one. He walked right up to the Queen's Guard, standing at post, ceremonial rifle at his side, gaze fixed like iron. The thug smirked and waved a mocking hand in front of the soldier's eyes. "Hey, look at me, bro. You even human in there?" The crowd tittered, some nervously, some with amusement. The guard didn't move. The thug chuckled and turned to his phone. "Watch this. Live stream time. Gonna make this dude blink." He threw imaginary punches, made barking noises, stepped just shy of the soldier's nose. Nothing. Not a twitch. Not a breath of reaction. The soldier was as still as the statue behind him. But the thug wasn't done. "Oh, I get it. You're trained not to move, huh? Not to feel, not to care. What are you, just a doll in a hat?" Still nothing. The tension grew thicker. He stepped behind the guard, made silly faces to the camera, then crouched to tie his shoe, right on the soldier's boot. Stillness. But the tension was no longer humorous. It was heavy, weighted. The silence wasn't retreat. It was restraint. Then the thug's tone shifted. He needed a new victim, someone easier, someone who couldn't hold their ground with silence. That's when he saw him. An old man, leaning on a cane, chest out, back straight despite his years. A blazer that hadn't changed since 1952. A row of medals pinned across his left side, each one earned, not given. A veteran. The crowd parted for him, not because he demanded it, but because even the wind steps aside for those who have walked through war. He approached with reverence, slowly. Not to mock, not to film, but to pay respect. To stand in the presence of a tradition he once bore himself. The old man stood beside the guard for a moment, then gently raised a hand in salute, not seeking attention, just giving it. And that was when the thug made his move. "Oh, what's this? You his grandpa or something?" He laughed. "Or are you just another puppet too old to play soldier?" The crowd gasped. A few phones dropped. The old man didn't flinch, but there was a tremble in his hand. Not from fear, but restraint. The thug grinned wider. He took a step forward. Then another, looming now, casting a shadow over a man who had already seen too many. "Tell me, old-timer, you proud of this guy? He doesn't even defend himself. Look at him. He lets punks like me do whatever. Maybe you should teach him something. If your knees can still move." Still, the veteran said nothing, but his eyes burned with a quiet fire. He didn't back away. He didn't step aside. He simply stared. And then it happened. Not from the old man, not from the crowd, but from the soldier. Steel suddenly came to life. In a movement so swift it snapped the silence in half, the royal guard pivoted. One precise mechanical step forward, then another, and another. He planted himself between the thug and the veteran. The ceremonial rifle lifted, tilted just enough to signal intent, not harm. And then, for the first time, he spoke. Back, away, from the veteran. The voice was deep, controlled. Authority without anger, power without violence. The thug blinked, unsure. Or what? He sneered. And that was when the guard leaned in, just a fraction. You don't speak to him like that. Not today. Not ever. The crowd had gone completely silent. The thug backed up. His laugh was gone now. All that bravado had evaporated under the weight of something heavier than fear. Respect. The kind that can't be faked. The kind that stares back through generations. The soldier didn't advance. He didn't threaten. He just stood there, shoulders squared, eyes forward, an immovable shield of dignity. The thug scoffed, mumbled something under his breath, and turned. Whatever, man. Freakin' weirdos. He vanished into the crowd that no longer cheered. Silence returned. But this time, it wasn't empty. It was sacred. The guard stepped aside. Not back to his post. No. He turned to the old man and gave a slight nod. And the veteran? He smiled, then lifted his hand once more. A trembling salute returned not to a man, but to a memory reborn in the flesh. And for just a heartbeat, the soldier returned it. The crowd didn't erupt. They didn't cheer. They simply stood in awe of what they'd witnessed. Not a fight, not a confrontation, but a moment, a reminder. That silence is not weakness. That honor is not outdated. And that sometimes the most powerful thing a soldier can do is speak when it matters most.